Haven, fully furnished studio apartments at Nerul, Coco Beach, North Goa, starting from 62 lakhs, yet assured rental up to rupees 20,000. Terms and conditions apply.
Now what, isn't this hill cutting and destabilizing the complete hill? Huh? So they can destabilize this. Whole hill now is destabilized. You have watched little heavy rain we get is all going to wash. Okay? Number 2, check your regional plan 2001. If this area from the corner here right till the end of Anjuna is not shown as settlement. Regional plan 2001 which was notified in 1985. Okay? Third point, what is CRZ? Land influenced by tidal action up to 500 meters from the high tide line. The high tide line spring. Is this land influenced by tidal action or it is a stable land? It's not a dune beach like Kalangut or Kolwa. Only Palolem and this Anjuna beach are shown as settlement.
In which plan?
Regional plan 2001 which was notified in 1985 December.
Okay.
Check it out. Okay? Now, Adarsh building in Bombay. Why was that not demolished? I intervene in that matter. With one word, that not. Land influence or land not influence. Adarsh was built on reclaimed land. Therefore, no problem. 3 chief ministers were thrown out because of that. Nothing happened. Building is still standing, 32 floors. Maybe I am the 33. So how do we solve this CRZ understanding? It has to be looked at very carefully from all angles. Town and Country Planning Act, Panchayat Act, Land Revenue Code and Science.
But they are saying
And building code.
There is a demolition order against this Curlies or any
Demolition order because the judges in NGT also are not accepting. Nobody is bringing these points up. They don't give you a chance to bring. We need experts in the subject. Call people from the Director General of Shipping, where the law originally came from in 1981 as an executive order by Indira Gandhi. Bring the nautical scientists from the Directorate General of Shipping. Maybe they can explain it. What the science behind coastal regulation zone is. It comes from Section 5 of UNCLOS, United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea.
But there are any other structure other than Curlies like they.
Look, the whole coast, this whole coast. All built later on. Look,
so how many structures are there?
There's an order I said in 2010, given by High Court for 196 structures to be demolished.
Okay.
Why nothing has taken place on that? 96, Try demolishing 100. They came twice. That time I intervened, I asked them, just tell me on which day was the high tide line notified and which high tide line. Justice Reyes said, I'm dismissing your application, I'm not accepting it, but then nobody came after that to demolish anything. CRZ has to be looked at very closely, otherwise full Goa is finished.
Okay.
Yes, setbacks will vary. On different beaches, the setback will be different. Considering where the land is influenced by tidal action. What is tidal action? The daily ebb and flow of tide. What is the meaning of influence? To gently move. Check your dictionary. So land gently moved by this ebb and flow of tide. This is not a dune beach. Dune beaches, yes, there is a lot of play. You see at Miramar when the sand gathers, when the sand wind speed is more than 12 meters per second, the sand lifts up. And the wind is always playing with the sand. The tide is also playing with the sand, bringing in, sometimes eroding, sometimes accreting. But this is a pocket beach. Anjuna and Palolem are pocket beaches where the coastal energy is coming in straight and going out straight. Here we have these rocks to protect us from the longshore currents. Tomorrow maybe the whole coast, no?
Okay. Today is Curlies. Tomorrow can be a whole coast.
Yes. If they continue like this, see, truth is one point. If you try to go shift it towards this side, something else will crop up here. It has to be done. It's a scientific law. It's non-ambiguous. It's very perfect. Before they used to say all ambiguous. Before they were saying, even some admirals, there's some, in the Times of India you can confirm this. Helicopter walkover. High tide line is a calculation. It's a calculation of elevation of tide, which is high and low, on spring and progenic spring, which is the highest high tide, which happens every 1.5 years. That is the tide to be taken, adding 3 mm per global warming every year, and depend on the development period, when the development of that locality is starting. It is not a single thing. It's a whole area. Like that's why this whole area is settlement, this whole area should have had an ODP plan. And infrastructure should be placed and the development goes accordingly.
So what do you see as an update?
In a more organized manner with the proper scientists there to answer questions and dissect this entire CRZ notification.
So there's an update from the Supreme Court now that temporary stay has been given on the demolition. So what do you have to say on that?
बॉम्बे बाजार तरेकवार साड्यांचो खजिनो असपी गोयचे नामनेचे ठिकाण बॉम्बे बाजार. साड्यो स्वता खातीर घ्या किंवा भेट म्हणून दिया. तुमच्या पसंतीच्यो सगळ्यो साड्यो आमच्या दालनान आसा. पारंपारीक साडी, डिझायनर, सिल्क, लेहंगा माफक दरान उपलब्ध. तशेंच स्टिचिंगची सोय. सगळे सण आता लागीं पावला. आयजूच भेट दियात बॉम्बे बाजार, 18 जून रोड, पणजी.